Hurt Go Happy by Ginny Rorby is a story of a young teenage girl named Joey who lost her hearing at the age of 6. Joey and her mother Ruth have fought with poverty and homelessness until her mother found a job at a restaurant and ended up marrying her stepfather Ray. The problems they face during the period of time often impacts the way Ruth looks at Joey's disability. Ruth does her best to make Joey appear normal and has a hard time accepting the fact that Joey is deaf. As Joey and her mother start to become more comfortable with their living situation, Joey starts wanting to learn how to sign. She finds that trying to learn how to read lips and going through speech therapy isn't effective. Everyone's lips are different and everyone speaks differently. Joey can only understand people if they take the effort to always look at her while they're speaking or write out what they want to say. Throughout the book, Joey often misses parts of the conversation and has to often make inferences about what has just been said. Ruth emphasizes that in order to fit in with the hearing world, Joey has to learn how to read lips. She doesn't want Joey to learn sign language because it draws attention to her disability. At school, Joey has friends but often feels isolated. She tries her best to communicate with her friends by reading their lips, but there are times when her friends pretend to speak and Joey replies to them out loud. This causes the whole group to laugh, often leaving Joey to feel embarrassed. At home, she is only really able to communicate with her mom. She has a hard time reading Ray's lips since he has a mustache and barely understands her baby brother who speaks clumsily. One day, Joey goes out to collect mushrooms for her mother. When Joey strays from the trail, she comes upon an old house. Here she meets Dr. Charlie Mansell and his baby chimpanzee Sukari. Charlie becomes the first person Joey feels comfortable communicating with. Charlie takes the effort to teach her some sign language, but also writes out his half of the conversation. Sukari is the first friend Joey made that she communicates through sign. Originally, Joey tries to hide their relationship with Charlie and Sukari from her mother, who she knows would not approve. As Charlie and Sukari become an important part of Joey's life, she uses their strength in order to convince her mom that she needs sign language. Hurt Go Happy was reviewed positively by Andrea Shettle, a member of the deaf community. She states that this book accurately portrays the troubles of a deaf teenager without making her look pitiful. Andrea also mentions how accurately the author portrays the difficulty of reading lips through her writing without being tedious. Although this novel uses a common trope in which deaf characters have to often fight to use sign language, Andrea states that it's still a story more authors need to write about. The novel did justice to the disability by not allowing Joey to only be defined by the fact that she was deaf. The author even made it so that some of the problems and major plot lines in the novel were not about Joey overcoming her deafness. After Joey gets permission to learn how to sign and Dr. Charlie Mansell passes away, Joey now has a responsibility to find Sukari a safe home. In the beginning, it is easy because Charlie's niece agrees to take care of Sukari. However, after she has a child of her own, she sends Sukari away, and Sukari ends up living in a research facility. After Joey finds out, Joey must now spend all her resources and time in order to find Sukari a better home and get her out of that research facility. My only criticism of the book is that she does not talk much about the deaf culture, which is pretty interesting considering most of the book is about sign language and the importance of ASL in Joey's life. Although Joey does later go to a school where she does learn sign language, not much is said about her school experience. Joey has limited interaction with other deaf people. The book, however, does a great job of moving away from the medical model. Although this was an acquired disability, there was never a discussion on how to fix Joey's deafness. Instead, the author focuses on the relationship that Joey makes and how she can maintain them. Joey was definitely not meant to be an inspiration for overcoming disability. Instead, Hurt Go Happy shows how Joey matures without a typical ending in which she either becomes magically able to hear or her family starts to sign fluently.